Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and dreamers of all ages, welcome to the Disney Countdown Show.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Disney Countdown Show. My name is Megan, aka the Magical Millennial. I am joined this morning by my host from the other coast, the Dapper Danielle. How are you doing over there, Danielle? I know it's a crazy week for you.
I am very eepy. I'm very sleepy. I don't know. It's just been there's so much going on. If not only is it MegaCon, all this other stuff. Our friend Kelly is over here. I'm not going to be able to see her, and I feel so bad about it. So Kelly, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. I'm texting you later to be like, I'm sorry, babe, I can't see you. But my aunt, she'll be fine. But my aunts and uncle are also in town right now from Canada. And wow. I'm like, okay, I did see them a little bit last night, and that was kind of it. But it's been crazy. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off this weekend.
I mean, you're trying to get ready for this, big convention that's coming up with, a lot of stuff that you are doing there. So I can imagine it's very crazy, a little stressful.
Yeah. Well, and then for me right now, I'm kind of in the weirdness of so by the time y'all are listening to this episode, it's going to be the Monday after. I'll be probably secluded in a dark room recovering after this weekend. Yes. But it's just making sure you have everything and the little tiny things. And I mean, that's the good thing about having a convention that's so close to home is I can always run back over here. I can always get stuff and take it back with me. But you never know. There's the chance I'm like, oh, wait, will that fit in my car? That's the other trouble.
Right. Yeah. And how is the car, by the way? Because I think I saw in your stories that she is getting fixed up. Did you get a rental or how's that going?
See, if y'all been following me over on my Instagram stories, you know that the car broke down almost exactly a year after it broke down last year. I don't know what it is, but whenever Bug knows that something exciting's happening in my life, she has a panic attack and breaks apart on me. And so she's being fixed. And actually I was like, you know what, I can't keep taking it to all these little shops that kind of know what they're doing. They're just getting it passing by. So I took it to a guy that only specializes in European cars because I drive a VW Beetle. And I was like, okay, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, you want the laundry list? I can give you the laundry list. And I'm like, oh, and he's listing off things that make so much sense. I'm like, why has nobody ever told me this? And he's like, that's because they don't have the capabilities of being able to fix it. Oh, so I do have an extended warranty. And I was like, take the laundry list. What will it apply? Do the thing. And actually, they covered a lot of it. So my hope and prayer is I'm supposed to pick it up tomorrow, so Wednesday. And it should be like having a brand new car. And
oh, good.
I mean, and everybody's like, oh, Danielle, why don't you just go buy a new car? I'm like, no. I only owe less than $600 on Bug, and she's paid off for.
That is nuts.
If I can,
anyone.
Exactly. For the amount I paid, that's equivalent to 4 months of payments. Once that's done, and if I can go at least a good year or two without doing a car payment, I'm going to do it. Absolutely.
Again, the best car is a paid off car.
Exactly.
That will be true till the end of time. So, that I'm so sorry that is going on. I'm glad that they were able to diagnose it and hopefully fix everything. But when things are getting stressful, Buggy Boo, just like Kevin, loves to have the attention on her. So.
Oh my goodness! And Kevin wouldn't shut up last night.
Seriously?
Oh my gosh! To the point where it sounded like when Kevin bings, it usually goes. No, I was sitting here and I was looking at a very important email and I was answering and I was responding late at night last night. And then all of a sudden, Kevin starts going, ding, 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 for a consistent minute until I finally got up and I went over and you just hit the top of the washing machine and I said, shut up. And then he shut up. And I don't know what it was. It was really weird. But yeah, so everybody's acting up. But I also think when Bug broke down is when it got really, really cold. Yeah. So she is a true Floridian car and she acts up just like I do when it gets too cold.
Yep, yeah, the cold can mess with you, especially if it's not your normal like temperature or your normal weather. It can make things act up.
She thrives in 100-degree heat, but as soon as it gets down below 50, I can't do it.
She's like us. She's like lizard women. It's okay.
Exactly. I have a lizard car. That's the weirdest sentence I think I've ever said.
She's a blue lizard.
She really is a blue lizard. But what about you,
man.
Megan? How are you surviving? You just finished a marathon.
Oh yeah, I did that. That's right.
You're like, oh yeah, so casually. Yeah, I did do that, I guess, right?
You know, it's funny because like I've done these half marathons with Disney and non-Disney for so many years, and I guess at this point I'm just like, oh, you know, we take it in stride, and pun intended. It's like I jog as much as I can, and then I walk a lot, and I'm with my friend, and it's really about crossing the finish line, which we did. And you know, I get nervous because I did have knee problems for a few years, actually. That's why I kind of stopped running. But because I've been doing a lot of rehab and this good like recovery process that my gym allowed me to do for the past couple months, and since right before Wine and Dine, I've had no knee problems. It's just I'm not running, so I'm very sore. Like my legs are sore, and that's understandable after trekking it for 13.1 miles and then the 10K the day before. Honestly, the worst part about it is the 3 a.m. wake up calls. That is the worst part about any Run Disney race because it starts at 5 a.m. So, other than that, the course, y'all, this year, they did a really good job. We had some, you know, not complaints, but we had some, I guess, things that we didn't really particularly enjoy about the courses last year, and they did a really good job of, they kind of redirected us this year. Everything was super flat. There were barely any hills, which was really nice. And the Ahsoka 10K was so much fun. That was the best 10K I think I have run since the Avengers one in 2017. And we saw Ashley on the course. We ran into her and she was so sweet, and we took a picture, and that was really cool. So yeah, it was a great weekend overall. My legs are almost back to 100%. I am still a little sore today though. Yes.
So like, I'm just staying hydrated, just taking it easy and going from there.
I'm totally taking it easy. Yeah. I got some chores done around the house yesterday and just sat at my desk and worked. So that's been me, but we're so excited for today, by the way, y'all. We are on episode 5 of season 5 and 5, and let's talk about this theme because we know we're doing it. Top of the episode, we gotta tell you. Yep. We are, for this episode and for the next, we are doing our top 10 Disney Parks attraction songs. So songs from the attractions in the Disney park. This is not necessarily like you know, songs from the movies that have been added to attractions. I mean, it can be, but these are all songs from attractions, like the OGs. So I had a really great time making this list. Danielle, I don't know how you feel about it, but I really enjoyed making this list and putting it all together. So
I don't know. I'm actually like second guessing a lot of my life choices in this one. Okay, I guess my
Really?
other question
Okay.
was, are we doing songs from extinct Disney attractions?
100%. Girl.
Okay.
I'm talking song. You could take even if the attraction has been like changed, if the song has been changed on the attraction. If you want to go all the way back to, you know, decades ago, yes, I fully added I think 1 or 2 songs that are no longer on the attraction. So, yes. Mm-hmm.
See, that doesn't help me, actually. That gives me too many more options. So I don't,
Sorry.
I think I'm more worried about my top 5 and...
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. And then even Chica was asking, Chica, who's one of our Patreon members that's listening and commenting live in the chat, she's like, do the Country Bear songs count as one song or each different songs? And I'm like, okay. And then are you talking new Country Bears or old Country Bears? Because there's only some that were created originally for that attraction, but some of them actually existed beforehand, where I would say the ones that were created specifically for the attraction would be the ones that I would include in this list, not the other ones. So that's a good point, y'all. That's a good point.
I would say yes, those count, and I would say individually I think they count.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see how this goes.
We'll see. It's very exciting, and you know, maybe we'll make a playlist out of our picks because I kind of like mine. I'm pretty proud of mine. I'm ready.
Good.
It's gonna be fun.
Fabulous.
Yes.
But y'all, thank you again so much for listening and paying and hanging out with us. But if you do not know, or this is your first time listening to us, we are over on all the socials. We're over on the YouTubes, and many of you are probably watching us right now. Hello, YouTube family. But we are over there at youtube.com/Countdown Network. We're over there with our sibling channels, and then our show's Instagram, TikTok, and everything else pages, X, whatever, is Disney Countdown Show. And you can find that TikTok, Instagram, and then also our own personal socials. I'm the Dapper Danielle, and she is the Magical Millennial _. So make sure you're following us over there too.
And for those of you who are not on YouTube and can't see me, I am wearing mini ears today. I'm wearing my bell
I
ones.
was kind of like, oh, okay, she's going full ear mode today. I'm not angry about it though.
We made a choice because, y'all, I got my hair cut recently. And I love it. I love it. I'm not trying to say I don't like it. I love it.
I was going to be like, wait, did we get a mess up?
No. I love my girl Dallas. She's amazing. But before my wedding, I did my hair trial before my wedding, and so she didn't cut a lot off right when I got my hair colored and everything. So it grew long, right? It was long, stayed long, and so we did cut a lot off this time. It's pretty short. You can't really tell in the ponytail, but also I haven't washed it in a couple days because I'm trying to get it really nice and healthy and start getting used to
sit there.
Yeah, and so I'm covering up a lot. Covering up some stuff today up on the top of the head. But yeah, that's why we have the ears on today.
I mean, I think they're cute. I kind of love that.
Thank you. It's a hair wash day a little bit later after I play my tennis match. That's why we have the ears on.
We gotta soak, shampoo, condition, rinse, repeat, all that other jazz.
Yes, that will happen. Don't you worry.
Hey, I love it though. I think they'll look great.
Thanks. Appreciate it. But y'all, now that we got this episode going, we're so excited to do this countdown. If you're loving the show, if this is the first time listening to the show, we would absolutely appreciate a rate and review. It's a great way for other listeners to get to know us, to discover us, and also we love hearing your opinions on our lists, or of course if you have suggestions for countdowns, we will gladly take them. We actually do have a few reviews today. Danielle, I think we got this one on Apple, if you want to read the first one here.
All right, so this first one, yes, like you said, is from Rachel over on Apple, and she says 5 stars. Ooh. My favorite Disney podcast. I've been listening to your podcast for a few months now and absolutely love it. I'm a lifelong Disney lover, and who doesn't ever get the opportunity to visit the parks since I live in the middle of the U.S. Our Midwestern girly. Mm-hmm. I have only been to the Walt Disney World, and that was in 2003. I resonate with what you said about the podcast and social media being some people's Disney bubble. That's spot on for me. But the good news is that I will be visiting Disneyland for the first time in September.
Ooh, yeah.
See, right in time for the 70th anniversary. 70th. That's awesome.
Yes, and Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Listening to your podcast is the highlight of my week. I get so much joy and magic out of listening to you talk about all things Disney, and it fills my bucket every time. Thank you for providing a little Disney magic to me in the Midwest, and I hope to see you both around the parks someday.
Yes, Rachel. Hope to see you in September. That's so exciting. Oh, that's amazing. We're happy to provide you with your weekly dose of Disney. And thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
All right. We have this next one is also from Apple, and it's from France, and it says, I heart this podcast with 5 stars. Ooh. I think it's it's spelled like France, might be Francais, but I'm not sure. I'll just make it really fancy by saying that. All right.
Yeah,
so
that
France
was super fancy. That was the fancy France. That was really bougie.
But they say, I absolutely love Disney and this podcast. I really think it's magical, and I love listening to it with my sis. Also, my sis says that she wants to listen to the pod all the time. Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
So sweet. We have a lot of episodes, so if you can repeat them too if you want to just go back and just let them replay.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good question. I put that out there to y'all. is there a podcast episode that you guys like to go back and listen to? Maybe it's one that's been really chaotic. Like, let us know. We want to know.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So this next one is from Sophie on Instagram. And this one says, "Good morning, both Danielle and Megan. It's morning here in Kent in the UK. It's also morning over here in the US as we're recording."
Yeah.
And which is awesome. We have a UK fam.
Yeah.
I love your content and your show. Brings me some magic while I'm at work from home. I used to be a cast member in the Disney stores and was even lucky enough to be a fairy godmother in training in Harrods. Oh, this was the only BBB off Disney property, so love hearing about that. I wonder if you knew about this. Sadly, it closed now. Yes, Sophie, I am very familiar with the Harrods. And when I tell you that some people would come over to Disney World and complain that we didn't have something that Harrods had, I was like, sorry, babe, we do not operate the same. But yes, we're still fairy godmother siblings, which I love. You guys bring a sparkle of magic to my days and keep magic batteries filled a little bit. I can't wait to come visit either one of your coasts with my little boy one day. He went to Disneyland Paris and he loved it. Anyways, I could go on. Hopefully one day I'll be lucky enough to meet you. Kind regards, Sophie.
Oh, Sophie, that's amazing.
Oh, another fidget sister.
Another very good mother. Yay! That's so cool. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about the Harrods, but that's really cool. And I hope you get to come and visit us too.
See, and that's where like people would look up because that's what he would like when you search Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and you were over in Europe or the UK. That's where it would pull up those photos first.
Okay.
And people would be like, "I thought we were going to this place." I'm like, "No, honey, that's different. It's not the same."
Yeah, I actually need to look. I did not know that it was even at Harrods, so I need to look up some photos of this previous Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. I would love to see it.
It was cute. Their whole like fairy godmother experience, like the magic mirror and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was different. I think they even had Merlin. It wasn't even fairy godmother. I think it was Merlin.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was
Definitely
very
different.
cool.
Which is very UK. Now that I'm thinking
very.
Yes. All right. Well, we also. Guys, we have, this is actually very, very exciting. So we have our wonderful Patreons who are currently in the chat with us. They are live as we record, watching all of our technical difficulties and such. And we also have some new Patreon members that have joined our family. We had quite a few join this last week, so thank you all for being here. Thanks for listening to the bonus episodes. We have at our DC 33 level, which is our top tier, Samantha, Ashley, and Christopher. Pass holder level is Kaylee, Kelly, Taylor, and Michelle. And our new park hoppers are Tamarian, Amy, and Katrina. So hello, everyone, and welcome. We're so happy to have you. Oh my goodness. And
is this the most Patreon people we've had since we started the Patreon levels?
It is, yeah.
What are y'all doing? Why are you here? Not that I'm upset about it.
They wanted to hear our bonus Disney Legends, Danielle. I think that was a big list.
That could be it too. Yes.
And Danielle, I mean, we do have something kind of special coming up. That's like, it's kind of a big deal.
Our first in-person hangout with our Patreon family. That's true. And we're going to be over in Walt Disney World, and we're going to be giving y'all a little bit of information. It's going to be right there during Princess Marathon weekend. However, I do want to stress to y'all over in Disneyland, and I haven't even told Megan about this yet.
Okay.
I am working on possibly being out there like in March.
Oh, okay.
So
yay.
This might be a really quick turnaround.
Oh, as in like you would come right back around and then come to land like early March?
In the middle of March possibly. So there's a couple other things that are happening right now that I'm like, okay, hey, if I can make this happen for the Patreon family too, we're gonna do it. So I don't want to promise anything, but it will be happening. It could just be happening sooner than later.
That's so exciting. Well, let me take it one step further. I'm coming back in March as well for a wedding in Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
Where? Or when?
March 22nd is the wedding date, so I'll be there at the end of March.
That is so funny.
I know. We're going to see each other 3 times in 1 month.
Hey, I'm fine with that. That's
Yeah.
see, wow, y'all, you're gonna get back-to-back content. See, this is why you got to sign up for the Patreon, is because most of the time, whenever we do hang out like this, we also mic ourselves up, and we'll be in the parks doing bonus episodes too. But you only can access those if you are a paid subscriber over on like Apple and stuff, or for the same price point, you can also be over on the Patreon and you get extra goodies at different levels too. So
Exactly.
Oh, that's so exciting. Okay.
Yeah. We definitely we should mic ourselves up and do a little bonus episode. That would be so much fun. We've done that a few times before. And it's a lot of fun over on the Patreon. We got the Discord. We got some pins for you at certain levels. We got giveaways. We have birthday messages, all that good stuff. Plus, you do get to join our live sessions if you would like to actually see us recording these, because you never know what can happen. So we have
never a dull moment. I tell you
never
what,
a dull moment. That's right.
Them big green beans. I tell you, that was so good. Green beans.
Of green beans. Oh man, but yes, thank you so much for being here to all of our new Patreons. We really appreciate it. We are so excited to see you guys in person in Walt Disney World. That's coming up very soon. So it is a good time. It is a good time.
Right.
Looking forward to it.
Now, I do kind of feel like we should highlight this, is that we do want to say that we acknowledge, and maybe you don't have extra funds, and we totally get that. But we do want to hear and talk to you about some stuff that's in our last episodes, and we want you to be part of our community in the best way that we can. There is a free channel on the Discord that you can join on the server. There's just some other channels within the Discord that you just don't have access to, because we will lock them out, so you have to be part of that, blah 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 blah. And you can see all that info through our link tree. So if you search Disney Countdown Show link tree, it'll pop that up, and you can access that free server also. Just putting it out there, letting y'all know.
Yes, we do have that as well. And you could still talk Disney, talk the countdowns over there too. All good things.
Yes.
Well, Danielle, we did talk about what's going on with you and MegaCon. Is there anything else you would like to get the people excited for? I mean, I know, or talk about, because I know once this episode airs, it's going to be over, and you are going to be in your room just hibernating for a bit. just to because
I don't know if you've ever been to MegaCon. MegaCon is considered, it is the largest comic convention in the South. It is almost surpassed the amount of attendees of LA Comic Con and New York Comic Con. And this thing is huge. Yeah. And when I feel so bad about not seeing y'all, and I try to be so present at my booth, and I try to be having time to say hello to everybody and do stuff. So I am there from actually an hour before show opening, so 9 a.m. and then the show doesn't end until 7 o'clock every night, and I am constantly going. So that's where, when I say I need to recover, it's because I'm doing 4 days of so much social interaction that I'm now don't get me wrong, I love to socialize. I'm the one that talks too much whenever we hang out with other people, and then Bippity Boppity Beard yells at me because he's like, Danielle, we need to go, and I'm like, the people. So that's what I'm saying. It's not, I'm not saying I'm hiding away because I need to. It's just it's a lot. Weekend.
The battery needs to recharge. Oh, the pins! Yes, we saw the pins!
You saw the pins last episode, and a lot of you now have seen it on all the socials, on TikTok, on Instagram, even over on YouTube, on my personal channel. I did not expect that response. I knew it was going to be popular, but out of all my videos to pop off, it's the one saying, oh, this is a convention-only pin. I only have 150 of these. The video has well over 100,000 views on the platforms.
Yeah, but because it's you and it's your sons and it's the cutest pin ever. Come on, and it's I don't think Disney's gonna make anything like that. So they want it. They want the pin,
right?
Danielle, you know how many pin lovers there are out there.
I know, and that's where I was I shouldn't have doubted. And so if you have been emailing me and you're listening to this episode and you're like, hey, how can I buy the pin? I will not be at MegaCon. I will be figuring that out, and I will be communicating with y'all through the socials on how to get your hands on one of the pins. we'll see. There could be something also special for the Patreon family if I end up ordering enough in the second batch, but I will be communicating with that with you. The 150 is for MegaCon first. Get through that, and then we'll deal with everything else second.
You are going to have a line. There are people going to be like going to your booth trying to get that pin.
I'm gonna feel so bad because it'll be back to like my Disney merchandise days of as soon as like a limited edition it sells out. I'll be like, I'm so sorry, we're currently out. However, I do have a print version of the original watercolor. Do you want that? And they're like, it's not the same. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna pop off. I was like, people are gonna go crazy for that because as being a part of the pin community these days, I know there are a lot of fans out there and fans of you. Yeah. So
I feel like pin content, the hashtag Disney pins are one of the things that are really popping off right now on the TikTok algorithm. So I'm not surprised.
And it's the 25th anniversary of pin trading at Disney. So
y'all won't want to trade my pin because I think it's too cute.
Oh no, they're gonna keep that pin for life. Well, that's so exciting, and I am so best of luck with everything this weekend. If I don't talk to you, it's going to be so much fun, and I'm excited to get the rundown of everything, and also to follow along because I'll be on the stories, and I'm watching everyone's videos. I know we have some friends that will be there as well with you, or hanging out with you this weekend. So it's going to be so fun.
Not a dull moment.
I know, that's true.
Well, is there anything else that we need to mention, Megan, or do we need to jump into some Disney news?
What else is going on over here? Not much. Besides the run, I'm kind of boring right now. So why don't we jump into some more exciting?
You've been batching a lot of content and getting a lot of stuff done because you knew the run was coming up, and now you're on the recovery side of your event. I'm going to be in the recovery side next week on my event.
That's 1,000% true. I am definitely recovering. I think I'll be going to the parks maybe one time this week, which is kind of very
crazy
unlike
for you.
me. I know, it's very unlike me, but I just have so much else that I put off that I have to do this week. So it's
like laundry.
That's what I got to do. No, actually, I went to the dry cleaners yesterday. That was one of my errands. Oh, yeah. Yep. Had to do that. So anyway, we're taking care of some adult responsibilities right now.
I gotta do laundry. I gotta do dishes. See, y'all.
Clean my car.
We influencers and the people that do Disney content, we do go to the parks a lot, but we also have things that we gotta do. Like, that was me earlier this week. I had to clean my bathroom and do dishes. And so we have to do adult things too, whether we want to or not. And it's kind of a pain in the butt.
We're just life in the life as you are. Don't you worry.
There you go.
But why don't we get into some more exciting Disney news?
We interrupt our program to bring you this
Disney news. We finally have the closing date. Yes. We know when Tough to Be a Bug is going to get squashed here at Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's y'all. I don't know who is a fan of It's Tough to Be a Bug. I will be in full transparency. I am not. I'm not at all.
I'm not either. No, it's traumatized me as a kid. So no, I'm not.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't. I will be going back and seeing it one more time just for nostalgia's sake. But Tough to Be a Bug, I believe, is closing March 10th. I'm pretty sure, but it's right. It's like right before St. Patrick's Day, but it will be in the very beginning of March, because Better
16th.
Together.
Sorry.
16th. So literally right before
the day before
St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tough to Be a Bug is not the lucky one this year. But they're making way for Zootopia Better Zoogether, which is going to be opening winter 2025. So they're going to be closing down that show, and they're going to already start installs and getting ready for that. And that means if it's winter of 2025, that it could open up any time in December, probably right before peak holiday season, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, if they have everything kind of in the back starting to get ready, it could be a relatively quicker turnaround.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And yeah, it's Tough to Be a Bug. I guess the fact that it's the only one of its kind now, obviously since ours closed a while ago.
Right.
And just that, I guess for nostalgia's sake, it's kind of sad. But y'all, I have not been a fan of It's Tough to Be a Bug ever since 2002 when I went on it for the first time.
Right.
in DCA, just because 3D shows I was never a fan of as a kid. Traumatized me. Even I went into Muppet Vision 3D thinking I was going to be traumatized again, but I do love that mood. So a lot of sad closing dates announced, but I am very excited for the Zootopia rendition of a 3D show. I think it's going to be so cute.
Oh yeah.
We did see Jennifer, who is the voice of Judy Hopps, kind of tease a song that's going to be in the show, because she's singing a little bit, which is really cute. We love her.
Honestly, was not expecting that.
I know. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. But and it's so cute. She says that Judy is like one of her favorite characters she's ever played, and it's going to be great. So when it comes to whenever something comes to an end, you always kind of look forward to what's coming next. And
right. And I think it's so funny. Yeah, there's a lot of effects that are currently not operating in our theater. I guess Hopper, he hasn't been working for a couple weeks. Half of the seats don't even work. So it's they're not keeping up with it. They're like, hey, she only has to survive like maybe a month or two, and then she's hasta la vista, baby. So
okay. Well, Danielle, I would love to go and do it and just be, traumatized once again.
We'll be traumatized together, and that'll be our last time going.
just one final show to say goodbye. I'm down for that. Absolutely.
I'm super down for that. That could be our bonus episode, actually.
Yeah, we could.
Our live
show
recordings
of us just screaming.
Us being like, ha! Wait, the spiders are coming out the roof!
Don't touch me!
Yeah, that actually is a good idea. I kind of love that.
Okay, where that's happening.
Okay.
Well, over on the West Coast, we do have some Pixar news. Pixar Putt, which is something that I was very fortunate to do just a few weeks ago in Long Beach. It's a pop-up mini golf. It is coming to the Pixar Place Hotel. I think this is going to be on the pool level of the hotel. Ooh. And it's super cute. It starts at $25 per person to go, around 18 of their themed holes and essentially just do some mini golf. It's really fun. It's really cute. And it's starting, I believe, February 7th. I think it's coming this week. Yeah, February 7th. So it's already started by the time this episode airs. And it's adorable. They theme it all really, really well. And there's a lot of interactive ones, like for Inside Out, they have a good one. For Up,
doesn't the house like float up once you get it into the hole or something?
Hole
That's
18
really
is a real special one. Yeah, the last one is great. So if you want to go over, there are tickets available. It's you gotta have to get on it. It's on their website, and $25 per person. I believe it goes from like 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. or something like that. Those are the hours. So jump on the website, grab your tickets. It's a cute experience and fun for the kiddos too.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, something that instead of keep moving around like the putt-putt courses, something that is been officially announced. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, is this like legit happening, or is this just being announced by the fandom site? So I didn't believe it at first.
I know, because it was like speculated.
It was really speculated.
Yeah.
But we do have official word that Galactic Star Cruiser, the closed Disney Star Wars hotel here in Disney World, will not be reopening in any other type of creative capacity right now. They are going to be converted into office buildings. And I know some people are like, oh, but that's such a waste of space. Hold on. As somebody that used to work as a cast member and knows the back lot areas of the parks, y'all don't understand how many mobile trailer units are behind Hollywood studios because they ran out of office space, and how much of a lot of like creative and I think a lot of the finance offices maybe for in parks are based out of Hollywood.
Okay.
So I think their hope is to be able to move some of those people that are in these trailers into the big building, because Star Cruiser is hurricane proof and like tornado and bad weather proof. The mobile trailers, whenever there's a severe, like if we have a tornado warning, they have to evacuate those buildings with the cast members in it. They won't have to do that in the Star Cruiser.
Thank goodness.
I think some people are just like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. And from a cast member perspective, I'm like, actually, that makes a lot of sense, because they need to tear some of those suckers down. Like, they need to move some stuff around.
No, this
So
will
we'll
be really
see.
nice. It'll be a nice space for cast members to work. It's actually it's really exciting. I'm glad that they get to do this and hopefully keep some of the theming that's in there. Yeah, I'm excited for it. People had a feeling that that's what this would become when it closed down. So yeah,
See, my question
it's
is, will they update the space so that way, because it looks like stars and stuff, because they have the virtual screens, will they allow you to choose, if you turn that into your office cubicle, can you change your screen to like winter, summer, space? Like, can you choose what your surrounding area is going to be to look out your window? That's my
everyone
question.
votes what they want depending on the day, like what kind of screen they want to
Will
see.
we have a Christmas holiday overlay? Can we be able to see the Main Street with fake snow falling, like with the castle in the background? I think that'd be so cool. So if y'all are
so doable, I think.
right,
Yeah.
if you are a cast member that's gonna be working in that building, you can DM us. You can tell us all about it. We won't tell everybody else. If you just want to tell us, we're just curious for ourselves.
That'd be pretty cool. I think Disney could make it happen. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Another change happening for the Galactic Star Cruiser, and then Danielle, guys, there's another thing closing over there. It's because it's moving, right?
Yes. However, we don't know where they're moving to, and we are actually, so they are going to be moving outside of Disney World property. They will not be moving to another location within Disney property. If y'all do not know or not familiar with Jelly Rolls, the beloved Disney bar, it's a dueling piano bar over on the edge of Boardwalk, will be closing. And it's been in operation for like 30 years. There has been so many, like, this became the local cast member hangout place on Sunday because they did free Sunday nights. Cast members could get in for free, or they didn't do a cover charge. So then you have all the little older CPs that were old enough to partake in alcoholic beverages going crazy on Sundays over there, and they did a lot of Disney sing-alongs. So it will be closing sometime this spring. So we don't have an official closing date yet, which makes me, okay, a little bit of speculation, y'all. The restaurant, which was it was a beer place next door. It was like a brewery. They've been closed now for a little over a year or something like that. And this connects to it. I'm wondering if Disney said, hey, you're being outbid because somebody bigger wants to come in and get both spaces and refurb all of it and knock it all down.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. I know it's speculation, but yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And one of Emily's asking, is it for sure that they will be outside the Disney bubble? That is what we understand, or the speculation is. It just says may relocate to a different venue outside of Disney World. I honestly think they will probably be leaving Disney World property, or they'll be going to one of our third-party partnership locations, closer to like Disney Springs side. That's just all. Again, it's all just speculation. We don't have anything confirmed by them. If it went into Disney Springs, that would be really, really smart. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
They would probably do really well business-wise over there. But I think their Boardwalk's just up in their rent, and they're like, we can't be doing this no more.
Yeah. It kind of, I don't know, makes sense with like the other things that are going in. Obviously, you got the cake bake shop and stuff. Like I get it.
Cake bake's on one side, and then Jelly Rolls is all the way on the other side.
Yeah.
And I think some people are just like, well, what about dueling pianos? Like, or not dueling pianos, Atlantic Dance Hall. Why aren't you just getting rid of that? Atlantic Dance Hall is owned by Disney, y'all. That's why that one's staying there. They're getting rent out of Jelly Rolls.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, I have a lot of friends that really love Jelly Rolls, and they always go there after a park day at Epcot and stuff. So,
oh yeah,
I have never been there myself, but I hear really good things, and maybe I would love to see it if it's still open.
Do we
by
need
the
to
time we
add
get
that
there.
to the list too?
I think so. Just to pop in. Yeah, we should do it.
Our list is getting longer and longer. I don't know.
It really is. I know. I mean, I'll be back in March too, but I fear that it might like be gone by then.
could.
You know. So
Yeah.
maybe in February.
We'll see what the vibe is.
Okay, sounds good. Well, outside of the parks news, we do have American Girl. And I feel like, Danielle, we were talking about American Girl dolls recently. I think it was a couple episodes ago.
We were, because they released all the little dolls of like Tiana, like the princess versions. There was Tiana and Jasmine, and they were really cute. And I was just like,
cute.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And we were like, throwing around the idea of like putting an American Girl shop in downtown Disney or something. But they are now releasing the baby dolls, and then also Belle has been added to the lineup, and she looks so gorgeous. She's got her yellow dress on, and the little babies are like Rapunzel and Moana themed, and they're so cute. I love it. They I think this was a great like collab or a great idea to have the Disney princesses as American Girl dolls. And
my question is, what took them so long?
Like right? Why?
I mean,
why did this take so long?
I have no idea, but I'm not angry about it. I think it's if you're an American Girl doll person, or you collect them, or you are getting them for your younger one, go for it. That they are really cute.
They're adorable. I honestly, the Belle dolls are really, really cute. So yeah, gotta love these. The Disney collabs are just they're popping off, y'all.
Right.
A lot of stuff happening with different brands and Disney. So
some other things that are happening right now is so me and Megan have talked about this a lot, of like Disney World has been closing, but we feel like super early here recently, which is 100% accurate. But y'all, if you were planning on coming down here in February, March, I would definitely double check your operating hours for certain days, like February, like 16th, 19th, 20th, like the end of February right there. Actually, right before you come down, Megan. The Animal Kingdom's been closing at like 6 p.m. And they're going to stay open until 8 right now.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, yes, that's what we want. Do the thing. And I don't know. So it's weird. There's also some dates happening in the end of March also. And they're staying open a little bit later. And then Hollywood Studios, the early entry is changing. You can now get in starting February 16th. Early entry now begins at 8 a.m. instead of 8:30.
Yep.
Which, I mean, 30 minutes does make a difference.
It does.
Magic Kingdom is also changing some of its early entry. It now begins on February 18th. Early entry now begins at 7:30 instead of 8:30. I will not be getting up for those.
This is great. I mean, it does seem like it's over holiday weekends. We got President's Day weekend. We also have race weekend. It seems like they would love to help accommodate the the higher amounts of people that are going to be there for those weekends, which is great. And because Saturday, I think, is the last day until March that they do these extended hours, and Saturday would be, I guess, the last day people would, have their stay, because some people leave on Sunday after the half marathon. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. I would love to have experienced that, but I will not be there in time.
That's okay. So, well, but for the rest of y'all, check your hours before you start to commit to anything, or if you need to move around your reservations for the hotels, I would say double check
hours, because having an extra 2 hours in the park is a pretty big deal, especially for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. Yeah, that's huge.
Well, I think it's time. Chris, are you ready for a game for us?
Do we have a game?
We do have a game. Let's play a game. So happy to be back. We put Murph away for a little bit. I can talk now, so let's play a game. This game is called Initially Identical. Here's how it works. For this game, you'll have to guess the names of popular Disney attractions. I will give you a clue, which also shares the initials of the attraction in question. We'll go back and forth. So if you don't come up with the answer right away, I'll give the other host an opportunity to answer. We played it a couple times previous seasons, and if you don't understand it, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
See, you were saying like it matches up with the other things. I'm like, you're asking too much of me this early in the morning, Chris.
Full disclosure, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, everyone.
It's still too early in the morning. I do not operate. I am not fully functioning until after 12 o'clock. That is my morning.
It's early for me, okay?
Right. Yeah, because what time is it, Megan, on your coast?
It's 8.
Absolutely not. Thank goodness we do this so much later over here.
Here we go. Let's jump right into it. This first one, this
Okay.
one's going to be for you, Megan. You're the
Okay.
first one on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
This one is Terrifying Turns.
Oh.
Oh, Goofy Sky School.
I'm going to let you do it again because this is the first one.
Okay.
Terrifying Turns, the initials for Terrifying Turns are also the initials for the attraction.
Oh, I'm
in
sorry.
question.
I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
Me not understanding the rules of the game.
That's all
okay.
right.
Wow. Okay. So that's
That'd just be TT, right?
TT.
Tower of Terror? That's not.
There's hardly any turns in that, is there?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no.
It's probably not.
Oh.
Oh.
Dang. Why do I not know this? Chat, do you know this?
Hold on. I'm thinking
They
hard.
probably do. I'd imagine.
No, I don't think they have it yet. It's TT, right?
It is TT. Terrifying Turns.
Oh my god, what is going on?
It's not teacups, y'all, because it's Mad Hatter teacups. It's
wouldn't be
not
all of
that.
the
That'd be
Mad
MT.
Tea Party. Yeah. Terrifying Turns. I feel like it's a dark ride of some sort, but
It's a fast-paced ride with some sharp turns and some automotive theming.
Test Track?
Test Track
is correct.
Oh, okay.
See,
There
I
we
didn't
go.
count Test Track because it was closed for refurb right now.
Okay. Well,
That was a
free to
good
count
one.
ones
That
that
was
are-
okay. Okay.
that was counted. That was good. That was good.
That was good. Yeah.
next one, Danielle, this one's for you. Pixie-powered frolic.
Pixie Powered Frolic. Peter Pan's Flight.
That is correct.
Nice.
Yay!
Moving right along,
Well
Megan.
done. Okay.
Frigid Enchanted Adventure.
Frigid Enchanted Adventure. Frozen Ever After.
Frozen Ever After is correct.
Yay.
Having to think of the legit name of it instead of just saying Frozen. You're like, no, what's the full title of the attraction?
Full title. Yeah.
Some of these full titles are just too much for me to do. So none of them are very long because I
with
just don't have.
with the name, yeah.
Anyway, here we go. Next one. This one's for you, Danielle. Stellar Mission
Oh, Space Mountain?
is correct.
Nice.
Megan, this one's for you. Iconic Jungle Artifacts.
Iconic jungle artifacts.
You
Is
got
this one a little bit of a stretch? Yes, it is.
In
They got
Indiana
it in the
Jones
chat. Yeah.
What about the A?
Adventure.
It is correct. Indiana Jones Adventure is correct.
Whee! Yeah.
Last one for you, Danielle. Speaking of stretches, stretchy dippy drops.
Stretchy Dippy Drops. That sounds like a ride I'm not going on. SDD. Slinky Dog Dash?
Is correct.
Nice.
Well see, the word
done.
stretchy was kind of throwing me off a little bit there.
Well done.
And that's it. That was initially identical. Thank you so much for playing.
That was fun. Like, well done, Chris. I like those. That was
See,
good.
the first one was really throwing me off there for a second, but we got a hang of it. It was all good.
We got it. Yay. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Woohoo. Well, I loved that game. That was awesome. Chris, I'd add that one to the favorites because I do like that a lot. It kind of makes you think, and I don't know, it's fun wordplay too.
It is. It really is.
And I mean, speaking of attractions, Danielle, would you like to get into our countdown for this week for our Disney Parks attraction songs? Yay! Okay. All right, let me pull up my list here just so I have everything ready to go. All right.
And y'all, as a reminder, so in this episode right now, this is going to be our top 10 of 10 through 6. And then you're going to have to come back next week to hear our top 5 through 1.
That's right.
And this can, y'all, this kind of spans over multiple, this can be any park. If there's a soundtrack that's for a specific ride, it can be anything. So I'm interested to see, I don't think a lot of ours are actually going to overlap, Megan.
I don't think so either. I mean, maybe, But no, I don't think so, because a lot of these, because we do have attractions that are the same on the coasts, but we'll see. I'm very much looking forward to this. Would you like to start us off, Danielle?
I guess I can, yes. Okay, so starting off, believe it or not, I would say probably one of my top. Okay, I don't know. See, this is one I was like really second guessing on.
It's okay.
Would it be the entire show soundtrack, or would it just be the end song?
The main one.
Okay, I will just go ahead and explain it to y'all. It is the American Adventure. Over at Epcot is my number 10. And I wrote down Golden Dream, which is the ending song where they're just like, America. It's so patriotic. Like, me as Sam Eagle, man, a salute to all nations, but mostly America, whenever that song comes on. And I think it's really great. I love the message. I love the story of it. But then there's also in American Adventure where they sing the song Two Brothers, and they're talking about the Civil War. And they're the Pilgrim song of them coming across the sea. I love all that music in that show. But I would say the show in general is number 10, but then out of it, I would say Golden Dream would probably be the main core song in that one.
I love that, and that's totally fair. I think that the music of that show is absolutely wonderful. I think I've only seen it once, but I do remember the music because they do play it elsewhere. I think for a time
some of it plays in Mr. Lincoln.
Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Yes. The brother song for sure. That one does play. I've heard that multiple times. Golden Dreams I think plays at the end of ours too. Of
when you're exiting.
When you're exiting, yes. So great choice. I completely just forgot about it because Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln has been closed for some time to get ready for the 70th anniversary over at our park. But I think that is a fantastic choice because one of the first things that we did actually on our first trip to Disney World in the middle of the pandemic, this is when Disneyland was closed, is we went to the Great American Adventure and we saw the show for the first time. It was me and my mom, and it was a really good memory. So I like that choice. That's very nice.
Thank you.
Well done.
And now I got the Pilgrim song stuck in my head because then they do a little bit of a sea shanty to talk about them coming over. Yeah. And now I got that stuck in my head. But I'm not angry
though. No, it's good. I know. Oh, I love it. All right. So hopping over to my number 10. This one's going to be a little more generic. It's Tiki Room. I love Tiki Room, and I think it's so underrated. And whenever I'm in there, and, it's and it's hard because this is another one where I'm I love the Tiki Room classic song, right? Tiki, 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 Tiki Room. But I also love all the other songs that are in there. Every single one of them is in the show. And I can't really, Let's all sing like the birdies sing is really cute, but there's one that's more Hawaiian and tropical that I think is my favorite.
Is it the one the flowers sing?
Yes, and I love that song. Yeah, that one. Yes.
Oh, yes, that one's really, really good.
It's so pretty, and so that's why I love going in there.
Those songs, the Tiki song and the flower song, those also exist outside and actually existed before Enchanted Tiki Room. It's kind of similar to Country Bear Jamboree. But yes, I understand the struggle on that one.
Yeah, so just like yours, it kind of is an all-encompassing of the songs in Tiki Room and a part of the show. So, but I also definitely do love the main song as well. It's really cute.
I love that.
So that's my number 10.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, so this next one, I don't know if some people are going to agree with me or they're going to disagree with me. I actually was maybe going to move this one a little bit higher up, but I have to include in there One Little Spark from Figment.
And you gotta.
As an Epcot girly, as a Florida Stan girly, you gotta love the One Little Spark song. And it's so funny because the version that we hear in the attraction at the end of the show is very different compared to how the attraction started off with Dreamfinder and with Figment. And when you listen to it and you hear it play, everybody only hears the Dreamfinder version.
Yeah.
And him talking. And I like both, but it's the whole like just talking about Figment and imagination. So cute.
It is cute. It is cute. There is a one part of the ride that I'm like, oh, this is actually really cute, and it gets stuck in your head after the ride too.
And then she gets traumatized by the rest of it, and she's like, I don't know why you people like this.
It's just like the blast of air, and then the freaking like, the
Imagination is a blast. And then you're just like, I just had a heart attack.
cracks me up every time because like I forgot about that part when the last time I went on it.
We went on it together, and I looked over at you and I covered my ears because I knew exactly the beats of the script
and
where I can cover my ears, and you literally jumped, and I was just like, I didn't tell you.
So mean. No, it's fine.
Sorry.
It's hilarious. Yeah, that part got me. Now I know when to cover my ears and be prepared. Yes. But yeah, the song's great. The ride, different story. But yeah, great choice. Good choice.
Thank you. What about you, Megan?
My number 9 is going to be It's a Small World Holiday. Okay.
Yes.
So let's be real. It's a Small World, which y'all is the number 1 like song in the world, by the way. Because everyone knows it. But It's a Small World Holiday is a whole different vibe, and I think is a more elevated vibe because they add the jingle bells. At the end, it's Deck the Halls, and it's so beautiful, and I love the combination of the two, and just with everything going on around you, all the decor, it just gets you in the spirit, and that is There's not a lot of times I will go on It's a Small World, to be honest, during the regular season, but on the holidays, I would go on it every time if I could. I think it's so special and really beautiful, and I just love the songs.
When I tell you, I was so salty that I didn't get to go on it.
I know
this year. I was like, oh my goodness, and it is. I've been on it once, and I have been forever shooketh. Like, it is such a good one, and I should have added that one to my list.
That's okay.
See, hold on, I'm writing it down because that could be a bonus episode.
Hence why we have the bonus. Yes.
Writing it down. Yeah. Small World Holiday.
There's a reason that Santa J. Claus himself has that as his number 1 attraction of all time.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's his ringtone for whatever cellular device they got up in the North Pole. That'd be amazing.
Right. Yeah. So there it is.
Oh, okay.
Number 9. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to 8.
Moving on to number 8. Okay. Again, I have been so torn over this list, and now I'm looking at it. I'm like, do I like where my 7 and 8 are at?
You can make some changes if you need to.
See, hold on.
I might. Eyes closed.
My eyes are closed. You can't even see what I'm working on over here anyway.
I wouldn't even know.
Okay, No, actually, I'm going to move that further up. Okay, I got it.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Number 8 for me is going to be A Pirate's Life for Me from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Shut up. That's my number 8.
Are you serious?
I can show you. It's right here. Yeah. Yep.
That is so funny. See,
right, we said there wouldn't be any crossover.
There wouldn't be any crossover. And I was like really debating this one of like, okay, you know what? I was like, okay, maybe I'll move this one a little bit further down. I'm like, no, I think she's going to live there at number 8. That is hilarious.
Yo ho, Pirate's Life for Me, number 8. I'm showing Danielle through the camera right now.
Yep. I am so impressed with us. Okay, that makes me feel
Look
good.
At us.
And, y'all, I think this is a song that when this came out, this was made for Pirates of the Caribbean, and then of course it was used in the movies and everything else. And it's a great classic. It is
a classic.
What more can you say about it? It's just too good.
I just like when you think pirates, yo ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. It's just the song.
Yeah.
And I love. It's always been the part where Johnny Depp sings it at the end of the first film. Or Devils and Black Sheep and Really Bad Eggs, drink up me hearties, yo-ho. That's been my favorite line for the longest time because I fell in love with Curse of the Black Pearl. Like, that was my favorite movie for the longest time. And so whenever I listen for that verse every time I'm on the ride. And I know when it's coming.
When I tell you, I couldn't understand that line for the longest time, and I
well,
thought he was like,
it is hard.
Something about
hard to
bacon and
understand.
eggs. What is he talking about bacon and eggs for?
Right. It is a little hard to understand. You definitely kind of have to look up the lyrics because they're singing it in a very like grungy, piratey voice.
Right.
And so it can be a little mumbled. It's a little fast. But there's a part where, you know, you're going through the fire scene where all the buildings are on fire and the donkey's there, and it's the middle guy who's doing this little harmony where he goes yeah, and then it's We're Devils and Black Sheep and Really Bad Eggs. I know when that's coming now. So yeah, it's just a classic. That's all you can really say about it. And it's really well done for the attraction.
I love that.
And we got it both at number 8, baby. So,
wow.
Danielle,
we'll go back to my number 7.
Back to you,
then.
number 7. Yep.
Okay, so number 7 is, I think this is the correct name of it, but it's the original Mater's Junkyard Jamboree song.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Grab your partner around her hand. Oh my goodness, I freaking love Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. If y'all listen to our episode talking about the holiday overlay songs, y'all know, like, I could have gone off the entire, that's also in the soundtrack. You can find it on Spotify. If you look up Larry the Cable Guy, the entire Christmas, Halloween, and generic show like soundtrack pops up. And you can listen to it, and it's immaculate, and I 100% suggest it.
That's a good one. Oh, and there's a lot of fun renditions of Mater Junkyard Jamboree for both the holidays and for Halloween.
It's literally the same song, and they just switch up a couple of key words.
Yeah.
And then they add either like a jingle bell overlay or like it goes woo for like a ghost overlay.
Yeah.
It is immaculate, 10 out of 10 original song content.
It is iconic, and it is all Larry the Cable Guy. It's great. I'm a big fan of Mater, and I love that, that I love Mater Junkyard Jamboree as well. Yes. And I've always loved how appreciative and just like loving of the character Larry the Cable Guy is to Mater, because he's said in interviews it changed his life.
The most recent interview that he did, and he started getting emotional over it.
He gets emotional about it. He's so sweet. Yeah, just because it's, this it just made his life. And I just love that for him. So, yeah, we love Mater, and that is a fantastic song choice.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. All right. So, my number 7. So Danielle, you might have to help me out with this one because I'm not sure. It's whatever plays on the People Mover. It's the music that goes on when you're on the People Mover, and you hear the guy talking and stuff.
Okay,
it's that.
Is it?
I like that.
Is it? Do you like the audio of him saying like the words, or is it the?
No, the tune.
Da 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 da.
It's that. It's literally just that. It's the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover Ride audio. There's not even a name really for it. That's just what it is.
See, and that's where it does.
And they have it on an hour loop on YouTube.
So Tomorrowland soundtrack specifically, like
it's a Tomorrowland soundtrack. I think that's what it is. Yeah, but you can hear it a lot on the People Mover. That's what
yeah. Okay, and what I was playing you, there is so if you listen to the entire soundtrack, there is a clip, and it goes into that song I was playing. And it's like that same tinny, like futuristic noise.
Yeah.
But the song is "Now's the Time, Now's the Best Time of Your Life," and that is the song that went into Carousel of Progress when it moved here to Florida, and then they took it back to Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. So
got it.
That's where I was like, okay, maybe it's that, but that is part of your loop that you're talking about.
I see. Okay, so if I played that would probably come up, you think?
Yeah, it'll probably come up at like the 5-minute soundtrack mark.
Okay, understood.
Yes.
Understood. All right, so it still remains my number 7 because I'm in the best mood when I hear that.
A deep cut. Yeah, but you saw both of our reactions when you started playing that. We're like, yeah, we're ready for it. That was great.
It's a vibe. And I love my People Movers so much. So, yeah, I had to, she's just a mood. Had to put her at 7.
See, that's a good one at 7 just because we didn't know the like legitimate name of it or if it has legitimate name.
Exactly.
That's great though. I really love that.
Thanks. All right.
Okay.
Are we down to number 6 already?
We are already down to number 6. So y'all, if you have listened this far into the podcast, thank you so much for listening. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And we will see you next episode for our top 5. But let's jump into it. Okay. This one, see, this is where I'm really second guessing because now I'm like, oh, this means I'm locking into my top 5.
And it's not. I know.
Do I want these?
Yeah, this is tough.
But I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. We're going to just go with your gut. My gut usually says cake, but I'm going to go with it. And okay, I don't know. Does it count though?
So, okay, if it makes you feel any better, my number 6, I kind of cheated a little bit. I think I did. So if you can cheat a little bit. It's fine.
Okay. So my number 6 is going to be, the Three Caballeros song from Grand Fiesta Tour, but that song also existed before the attraction, so that was my worry about this one.
No, that's okay. I think that's great.
As soon as like you're in that boat and you're heading into the show, it's time for the show, Donald, and then you go on in and you see the animatronic saying, the stars will guide us, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
I love it so much. Yeah, no, that's a great choice. Yes, it did exist obviously before Grand Fiesta Tour, but the day before we're recording this episode, it just celebrated its birthday. Three Caballeros just celebrated its birthday, and so I was like, I think that's why it kind of got pushed up a little further in my mind too, because I was listening to some of the soundtrack and from the show, and I was like, oh, you know what? I do really like it when it pops up in the ride, so that's why it's sitting there at number 6. She's a bop. I sing along. I as much as I try to. I gotta study the lyrics a little bit more. But when Donald says "ay caramba,"
what means "ay caramba"? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, it's so cute. I love that ride and I love the song. So great choice. Great choice. Totally acceptable, because my number 6 also existed before the attraction did, and it is Casey Jr. Circus Train. Casey Jr.'s coming down the track.
I tell you, if they ever do a cast member rave, and they just put Casey Jr. to some serious dubstep, imagine this. We're gonna go really off topic here at the end of the episode, but Casey Jr. is a bop, y'all. It is. I'm so hold on. I'm writing that one down for also a bonus episode. Casey Jr. Because when we went on that train, I went on the train for the first time with Megan last time I was in Disneyland, just because I'd never had the chance to, timing wise. So we went on. I was loving every second of that kid ride, and it was because of the song. It is such a good song. But imagine the case of June coming down the train. The smoke is down and drop, and then and then in the middle of the song it'll build back up because it's getting dead break, and you hear the squeeze and I think I can, I think I can, drop again. Somebody in the musical industry that knows how to do all of this, I demand the song now. I'm just make it for me. That's all I ask.
I know you can. You have the power. I know you can. We gotta hear it. That's hilarious. That's a great idea. It's just so good. It puts you in a good mood, and especially when you're on that ride. It's like, I don't know. How can you not smile when you're listening to it?
If you're a Disneylander and you're like, oh, it's just a kid's ride, no, you're wrong. You go at night, or you go first, in the morning when it's still kind of dusky out, and you just go on Casey Jr.'s, and it's a vibe. It is literal vibes.
Because I feel like you almost get 2 rides in one. It's like you get you're up close with all of the miniatures from Storybook Land Canal Boats, and you have Casey Jr. on this fun moving, it kind of picks up speed a little bit. It moves. Fast. She moves, yeah. And so you're on this fun train. I always like to be in the caboose in the back. I like going backwards. But it's just it's a whole vibe. It is my favorite Fantasyland attraction. And so that's why I gotta put her in there. Listen, I know that she's from Dumbo. Okay, she was in the movie, but she's also in the ride. So technically is a ride attraction.
She has a whole ride about her, and her song plays the entire time.
That's right. Yes. So
that was a good one, Megan.
Thank you.
Angry to think of that one.
It's okay. Hey, it's from Disneyland. It's totally fine. But maybe for the bonus for you. Just a bonus and a little idea.
I've written it down. We're good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. This has been such a fun list to put together. We are so excited to reveal our 1 through 5 next week after Danielle's MegaCon adventures this weekend. Can't wait to hear all about
Tell you all
it.
about it.
And yeah, we're so excited. So thank you all so much for listening. Thank you to our patrons for being here. And until we see you next time, have a very magical day.
And night night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight. Bye, y'all. Casey Jr. come down the track.
To have your name at the end of our new episodes and to receive a bunch of magical perks, please check out our Patreon via the link in the episode notes.
Or visit patreon.com/Disney Countdown Show. We'll see you there.